What's up, brothers and sisters? Thank you for always coming to watch our videos and for subscribing. We are very, very, very appreciative, and we thank you so much for buying us a coffee, for even sharing this video and also liking, because when you like, YouTube algorithm is able to pick our video and share to other people so that we can reach more Africans. So, Patrice Talon, or in French, Patrice Talon, is the president of Benin. This is one guy who is being in fight with the Niger because he acts as a puppet for France. He's that guy who, who be told to do something by France and he does it without thinking what will happen to his people. The implications of doing something like close your borders. Don't let them use your port. And the person who is losing is his people. You see, that is Patrice Talon. So family, Patrice Talon is that guy who would sell his, country. So last week we saw him going to Brazil for a visit, and during his visit to Brazil, Patrice Talon made comments that sparked strong reactions on the web. This Benin president indeed affirmed that Africa was solely responsible for its underdevelopment and that it was time for Africans to wake up differently and not remain chained in the past. These remarks were judged by some to be insulting and irresponsible, while others praised the frankness of the Beninese president. So, Patrice Talon invited Africans to free themselves from the memory of slavery and colonialism.
Free?
Yes, to free themselves from the memory of slavery and colonialism. It's like the way we are told, forget what your
past,
ancestors, forget.
Even the Bible encourages that.
No, like the Western people, the white people will tell us to forget what happened to us, to our brothers and sisters, to our forefathers, so that we can move on. But this is what he said. Patrice Talon recalled that Africa had certainly suffered from slavery and colonialism, but that these events could not justify the current underdevelopment of the continent. And in quotes, he said, Africa is weak, not just because of slavery, not just because of colonialism, not just because of neocolonialism. I can tell you that the African continent in these current times is solely responsible for its underdevelopment. I say it with all its seriousness. I say it with the risk that I may not be understood. But it is that which now characterizes the state of mind of Benin. The Beninese president invited Africans to free themselves from the memory of slavery and colonialism, which according to him prevents them from moving forward. In quotes again, whether they are from Africa or the diaspora, it's time that Africans, that black people, without forgetting the past, do not remain chained in the past. It is time that the black man, taken individually, that black communities decide to enter the competition by refusing to remain in the resentment of the past. That is one crazy hell of a speech.
How can we forget the past when people like you are repeating the past?
This guy is saying that it's not just colonialism, slavery, and neocolonialism that is the reason for our African underdevelopment. I don't know what he went to do that in Brazil. We love Ibrahim Traore and his crew because they don't talk, they do. We report that
they have done.
They are
launching. They have launched.
They have planted wheat. They have harvested.
They are harvesting.
They have started building a nuclear power station. They have, they are doing. But this one has been in power for years, only now to go and say it's not neocolonialism, it's their brain. And he's the president.
With a brain.
This is a person who's been selling his country for years, and now he says it's their brains. What has he done for that country?
How can we even take him seriously?
So it's crazy how this is how our leaders think. And the problem with them is they'll go out there and say Africans cannot do anything. It's the white man who can do for them and bring projects, take loans and all that. But will he ever give his people, the Beninese, the chance to develop their country. Apart from now, neocolonialism, which now comes at him giving out their minerals rather than processing them internally.
If it was coming from any of our trio, if they were saying, yes, Africans are underdeveloped because of their brains, because of their mentality, it would hit differently because we are seeing them decolonizing. We are seeing them showing us that it is possible. So for somebody who thinks that it's not possible because of your brains, because you are limiting yourself, then it could have made sense. But for somebody who listens to ECOWAS saying, close your borders for Niger, a country that is, helping you even have some movement in your economy, trade, and have some economical, activities, and you're closing your borders for, and you are doing anything that your master organization is telling you without any consideration of what it means to your people, then for you to come and tell your people that you guys are underdeveloped because you are still thinking about colonialism, you are still held up in the past, you should move on. How do we move on when you are taking a step?
Actually, he's saying that Africa is weak because of holding on to that.
Exactly.
But China is strong, Russia is strong. Putin's speech, if you listen to his speech, any of his speech, he starts with their history. We fought, these people betrayed us. We are who we are because of our history. We are who we are because, we learned what, if we learned that our forefathers fought, we will also fight, But not saying that you need to free yourself from the memory of them. We cannot. Actually, we need to learn that in school. We need to know what they did so that we can be motivated.
How? You can't hold me in mental cages and tell me free yourself.
How? And
Show
the
me the
problem
way.
is when we look at Benin, still in the mental cages. Their minerals are still being taken away. And the person who is talking. So we can say that the person, according to us, according to me, the people who are making us weak is the leaders like him, the puppets.
Hey, Patrice, Talon, he needs to retrieve that statement. Honestly, it's so wrong of him because looking at what he has really done, putting Benin in the mess that it is today, it's so wrong for him to come and blame it on the Beninese people because this one is directly.
He's blaming it like the whole of African development on us. But what I would advise him is to try and, anything that is Benin from Benin, if it's minerals, process them. Support your farmers, support your young people, support your technologists. Stop bringing things from out of the country. Try to be like what Tanzania did in the times of President Magufuli. They banned most of the things that were can-meaning, and they also added the value of their minerals. Like, but even mining, you had to go through a process. And we are seeing Tanzania now becoming one of the biggest supplier of food products in East Africa because of just that small act, which he said, you've been getting eggs and chicks from Kenya. No, we are stopping that. We want you to do that. We are seeing Ibrahim Traore banning export of wheat and saying that we are going to grow wheat, and they have done that. We are seeing him saying, Cote d'Ivoire, yes, you stopped the importation of cassava and plantain to us. We are growing that, and they did that. So we want that. We want Africa to do it ourselves.
If you say it's the mentality, let us do it. Let us change the mentality.
Go and do that. Go and motivate your people.
Brothers and sisters, we don't know how you feel about this statement from Patrice Talon. So ridiculous for us, honestly. And it's just unfair for a leader to say that. And when you are looking at his works, it's not even near whatever he's saying.
So guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. If you'd like to support us, please, in the description section, you see a buy us a coffee, buy me a coffee link. Just click on it. It's just $5 for each coffee, 5 for her, 5 for me, or more. We keep on taking this coffee. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye bye.